For over 500 million years, this creature has survived every mass extinction that erased countless other species. It outlived the dinosaurs, escaped the ocean's deadliest predators, and has barely changed since long before humans existed. But every single night, it makes one decision that could end its life. It leaves the safety of the deep, then climbs hundreds of meters upward, straight into dangerous waters. Waters filled with hunters, hunters far faster than itself. And it does this with surprisingly poor eyesight. So why would an animal that only needs one meal monthly risk everything for food? And what secret has allowed this ancient survivor to outlive almost every creature that ever shared this planet? Tonight, we're following the incredible journey of the Nautilus, one of Earth's oldest and most mysterious survivors. It begins long before sunset, far below the waves, where sunlight never reaches. Everything feels motionless. Cold water surrounds every direction. The pressure is crushing, enough to destroy many animals. Yet one shell drifts silently. No sudden movements, no wasted energy, just patience. The Nautilus waits. It has waited all day, hidden from hungry eyes, safe beneath hundreds of meters of water. Here, speed means nothing. Silence means everything. This ancient animal understands one rule: survive first, eat later, because every journey upward comes with terrible risk. The deep ocean protects it, but it cannot feed here forever. Food is simply too scarce. Soon, its empty stomach will force a dangerous decision. As darkness slowly spreads above, the climb begins. Not quickly, not dramatically, almost effortlessly. The Nautilus rises, little by little, meter after meter, hour after hour. It never rushes. It doesn't need to. Its greatest weapon has never been speed. Instead, it relies upon engineering, nature's engineering. Its shell appears simple, but inside, something extraordinary exists. More than 30 internal chambers, tiny hollow rooms, perfectly arranged. Each chamber controls its buoyancy. Some hold liquid, others contain gas. By adjusting those chambers, the Nautilus changes its weight, becoming lighter or heavier, without wasting precious energy. It's remarkably efficient. Marine biologists have admired this design for generations. American paleontologist Peter Douglas Ward spent decades studying living nautiluses. He described them as living windows into Earth's distant past, because almost everything about their body still resembles fossil relatives hundreds of millions of years old. That makes every living nautilus an ancient blueprint, still working, still surviving, still proving. Some designs never become outdated. The shell itself does something remarkable. It protects, it balances, it even records life. Each new chamber forms as the animal grows, like pages added to a living history book. The oldest chambers remain sealed forever. The newest chamber becomes its home. Everything before it becomes part of the past. Very few animals carry their entire history on their backs, but the shell cannot protect everything, especially what waits above. The Nautilus keeps climbing. The water slowly changes. Darkness begins fading. Shapes become visible. Currents grow stronger. The temperature rises, and suddenly, it is no longer alone. The predators are here. Reef sharks patrol nearby. Large groupers search the rocks. Powerful fish circle silently. Every shadow could become an attack. Unlike squid, the Nautilus cannot disappear instantly. Unlike octopuses, it cannot change color. Unlike fish, it cannot sprint away. Its defense depends almost entirely on being unnoticed. So it moves carefully, slowly, quietly. Every movement matters. Every mistake could become its last. Then, something changes. A faint signal drifts through the water. Not a sound, not a flash. A smell, almost invisible. Tiny molecules floating with the current. To most animals, they mean nothing. To the Nautilus, they mean opportunity. Somewhere nearby, something has died. Perhaps a fish, perhaps a crab, perhaps another creature. Lost to the sea, the Nautilus doesn't hunt, like sharks do. It doesn't chase prey. It doesn't overpower victims. Instead, it follows the ocean's oldest invitation, the scent of a free meal. And suddenly, its careful climb becomes a determined search. Its dozens of slender tentacles begin reaching outward, one after another, at searching, feeling, testing every movement. The eyes contribute little. The tentacles do most of the work. Each second, the scent grows stronger, closer now, much closer. But the Nautilus is no longer the only one. Following that trail, something else has noticed it too. A faster hunter, a better hunter, already moving through the darkness, closing the distance without making a sound. And the Nautilus has absolutely no idea, completely unaware. The scent grows stronger. So does the danger. One careful movement follows another. Its tentacles spread wider, gently touching the water, searching every direction. Each one works independently, feeling what eyes cannot. Unlike an octopus, these tentacles have no suckers. Instead, they grip with tiny ridges. Simple, but surprisingly effective. Finally, one tentacle finds something, cold flesh, fresh enough to eat. The Nautilus wastes nothing. More tentacles reach forward, then another, then another. Soon, the meal disappears beneath them. Not with violence, not with speed, only patience. Hidden beneath those tentacles waits a powerful beak, very similar to a parrot's beak, sharp enough to crack shells, strong enough to tear tough meat. The food disappears slowly. Every bite matters, because another meal may not come for several weeks. Scientists have observed healthy nautiluses surviving long periods between meals. Their slow metabolism makes this possible. Everything about this animal is designed to conserve energy. Nothing is wasted, nothing is rushed. Every movement has purpose. But while feeding, the Nautilus becomes distracted. Its attention narrows, its guard lowers. Exactly what nearby predators have been waiting for. Out of the darkness, a shadow appears, then another. Not curious, not friendly, hungry. Many reef predators know this nightly migration. They know something valuable will eventually rise. The Nautilus has survived millions of years, but survival has never meant safety. One powerful bite could shatter everything. Fortunately, its shell carries one remarkable advantage: strength. The outer shell is built from layers of calcium carbonate, curved perfectly to spread pressure evenly. The same shape protects it deep beneath crushing oceans and against attacking jaws. Many predators simply cannot crush it. Not easily, not quickly. Some eventually give up. The effort costs too much energy. Others search for easier prey. Sometimes survival means winning. Sometimes it simply means being too difficult to bother eating. This strategy has worked for an astonishing length of time, more than 500 million years. To understand that number, imagine Earth's continents. Completely different. No birds, no mammals, no dinosaurs, not even flowers. The ancestors of today's Nautilus were already swimming. Long before trees covered the land, long before the first human ancestor existed. Very few animals can claim such history. Marine fossil expert Peter Douglas Ward has often described the Nautilus as a living fossil. Not because it stopped evolving, but because its basic design worked so incredibly well. There was little reason to change it. Evolution favors success, not constant improvement. Sometimes the best solution already exists. That ancient shell still performs exactly as intended, even today. But one mystery continued puzzling scientists. How does it know when to climb? Night after night. The timing seems almost perfect. Researchers believe darkness offers protection. Many visual predators hunt less effectively after sunset. To continue its journey, researchers continue exploring how many species exist, where hidden populations live, and how climate change may affect the deep reefs they call home. There are still mysteries, many mysteries, scientists know more than ever before. Yet this remarkable animal still refuses to reveal everything. Perhaps that is exactly why it captivates us. It reminds us that Earth still holds ancient secrets, living quietly beyond our everyday world. The Nautilus never became the fastest swimmer, never became the smartest hunter, never ruled the ocean. It survived. By avoiding unnecessary risks, by conserving energy, by adapting only when necessary. Its greatest strength was never power, it was persistence. Night after night, the same journey continues, from darkness toward danger, then safely home again. A routine, repeated countless times, across millions of years, long before the first humans looked toward the sea, and perhaps long after. Many modern species disappear. Somewhere beneath the waves, another Nautilus is already waiting for darkness, waiting for the right moment, waiting to begin another climb. The same climb its ancestors made hundreds of millions of years ago. A journey older than the dinosaurs, older than forests, older than almost everything we know today. For one quiet night, we followed one of Earth's greatest survivors, an animal that teaches us a surprisingly simple truth. Lasting the longest isn't about being fearless. It's about choosing which risks are truly worth taking. The next time you hear someone say, evolution always rewards the strongest, remember the Nautilus, a patient traveler, an ancient engineer, a living fossil, still drifting through the same oceans that witnessed the rise and fall of almost every creature that ever lived. And somehow, still here, still climbing, still surviving. If this incredible journey changed the way you see the ocean, then you're exactly who this community we've almost forgotten. I'll see you in the next adventure.